right, I want to talk a little bit about the Democratic Party in Michigan right now. They are in hot water for deleting a Facebook post over the weekend that had questioned the role of parents having to be able to decide what is being taught in public schools there. Take a look at it. This is the statement that upset parents, Republicans, and school choice groups who want more input on what kids are learning in schools. The post says the purpose of public education was to teach students what society needs them to know, and that the client of the public school client is not the parent, but the entire community and the public. And another social media post getting some attention here, this one coming from Randi Weingarten, the president of the American Federation of Teachers, the second largest teachers union in all of America. She tweeted, "Racists are showing up in droves to school board meetings, threatening members and superintendents with recalls, firings, and worse." Well, joining us now to discuss all of this is Republican candidate for governor of Michigan, Garrett Soldano. Garrett, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Bianca, for having us on.
All right. Well, first to your state, the Michigan Democratic Party deletes the Facebook post questioning the roles. And there's so many things wrong with this, Garrett. I mean, first of all, it comes on Martin Luther King Day. And just using the word client, ew. I mean, it's so transactional here. It seems like these leaders and these politicians have completely turned their backs on these kids. It's so cold.
Well, you're exactly right. The arrogance of Whitmer and her party are on full display here. It wasn't only after an outpouring of opposition that they removed that post. And look, the Democrats and their assault on our education and parental choice is just a shameless power grab to enforce left indoctrination. I mean, that's their whole playbook, right? Whenever you stand up against this type of stuff, you're labeled a racist, a domestic terrorist, or a radical right extremist, or even a conspiracy theorist. So I applaud every single parent, grandparent, every single American that is standing up to these school boards, because that is what we all need to do as Americans now, is we need to ignite. We need to inspire America's greatest asset, and that's the American people. So we can capture and create all the opportunities that living in not only the state, but our wonderful country allows us to do.
And Garrett, you know, you touched on this a little. I mean, when you see Randi Weingarten, the president of the American Federation of Teachers Union, tweeting that parents are racist. I mean, it's a bit of irony to hear that. She says it's un-American, but we could look at that and say, well, her comments, which seem to be aimed at quelling free speech, is really the anti-American thing to be doing.
100%. Hey, it's time for ordinary people now to do extraordinary things. And that is why the more they try to force this progressive left, this indoctrination, the more the silent majority is going to continue to awaken and stand up. Do not teach our kids critical race theory. How about critical reading skills or critical math skills? It is not your job to teach our kids what to think, but how to think.
What do you think about, obviously, you're running for election here. Governor Youngkin in Virginia started a tip line. Is that something you'd be looking at and doing in Michigan, that parents can actually report what they're seeing, what they're hearing?
Absolutely. I thought that was a great idea on Governor Youngkin's part to keep parents engaged. That is exactly what we need to do. And as Michigan's next governor, I will always welcome the input from parents with regarding their children's education.
And Garrett, before we let you go here, one thing that always seems very clear with this school issue, and it's a common thread here with the Democrats, they always mention if you don't like it, well, there's always a private school. And it seems like we have the haves and the have-nots. And I think Americans are saying, I don't have the option for a private school. Why can't I still let my kid be educated and learn the real story of America?
Yes. Look, the very party, this progressive left, claims to stand up for these kids and for these poverty-stricken kids, but they continue to hammer down with this online learning. They continue to hammer down with this narrative. The catastrophic consequences of these Democrat-ran states is going to be a whole heck of a lot worse than a virus, which we have well over a 99% chance of surviving if infected. It's time for some common sense solutions with not only how to manage our state, but how to manage our school systems.
And just a reminder, you know, tweets can be deleted, but they never really go away because someone's already screenshot them. So I don't know what the Democratic Party of Michigan was thinking. Garrett Soldano, thank you so much for your time today and your insight. We certainly appreciate it, and we'll continue to follow your race.
Thank you, Bianca. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you, too.